Alright guys, so today we have a Poulan Pro lawnmower with a Briggs and Stratton 550EX motor on it. This is model number 96142013501, 21-inch lawnmower. We've diagnosed it. Diagnosing these are quite simple. Pull off the air filter, spray a little something in the carburetor, pull it over. If it fires up and shuts off, it's a carburetor job. 95% of the time it's going to be a carburetor job. If it doesn't, then you got to check spark, compression, may have a bad spark plug, may have too much fuel. Check the spark plug. If it's wet, then it means you got too much fuel. You got to dry the cylinder out. You maybe had it on the side and got some oil in the cylinder or something. You have to dry it off and put it back in. Try it again a couple times without squirting anything in it, stuff like that. But today we're doing the carburetor. First thing, obviously, take the air filter cover and air filter off. Then we got 8mm, two of them. Pop those off. So we got 8mm on the ratchet. We're going to go ahead and pop 1, 2, 3 more off. We're going to get this cover out of the way so we can get to the carburetor. So we just took the recoil, we pulled it off to the side, got it out of the way. That just gives us an opportunity to get in here and see what's going on. Go ahead and pull this hose off of here. Now you've got two 7mm bolts. You got one there and you got one right here. Take those out. I'm right there, and the cover, so you're right down to your carburetor now. Now we're going to go ahead and take off this clamp, slide it this way. Hold on, let me get my pliers. So grab it, you can use regular pliers, just grab it. Then you're going to grab the fuel line, give it a little twist, back and forth. It'll help break it free. And then work your way on off. I gotta get an empty container, hold on. Spillage, but I like dropping it in a clear bottle so I can see what the gas looks like, make sure there's no water. This one's good, the gas is nice and clean. We're gonna drain it all out anyways and get rid of it, and we're gonna use fresh, brand new, bought today gas when we're done rebuilding our carburetor. The gas is done dripping out of there. We're going to blow it out with air, make sure that there is no leftover fuel or water left in the or dirt or anything like that. It's got a little reservoir in the bottom to hold water, so we want to make sure there's nothing left in this tank at all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be removing these. See, they're S turns, so you're going to wiggle this free from the back end here. Coming like that, and then you're going to come down. So see the S turn on the choke side, the front side is working out. Actually, you know what, we'll do the back one first. There, see, and then we'll come down and let that one out. Easy peasy. Oh, I'm going to go to this side of the table, flip this thing upside down. 7mm. We're going to take these two out. To get the bowl off, it's on kind of tight. We're going to stick a flathead screwdriver in here and kind of wiggle it out. Just going to get it in and wiggle it, and it'll pop off. Same thing with this part here. Now you got the bowl off. You're going to go underneath here in the black and pry it out. Then the same thing here. You're going to go underneath here and pry this out on both sides to get this float, this pin, and there's a needle valve underneath it. Get them all out. So now here's the trick I use. This is 24 karat or 14 karat testing solution. This is the only one that works. I've tried 24, I've tried 10. I tried making my own acid. They either don't work at all or they eat the jet out and freaking it never runs again. This works perfect every time. So we're going to go ahead and drop a couple drops right into the main jet right there. That's going to be the part that is stopping you from running. and then you got another one up here, and then I drop it in the back, this one too, to get on the back side of the jet. I'm going to lightly rinse everything off, get the acid kind of out of it, and put hard pressure through it. It's easier with two hands, but you're going to basically hold it with one hand, put this in the other hand, full pressure, try to get it squirt through, go through this way, make it squirt through. You know, you're gonna make it squirt through. I just need both hands to do this. And you're gonna make sure that this jet is spraying properly and clean. Rinse the needle valve off really well, the float off really well, and the carburetor off really well. Paying particular attention to this part, making sure it's spraying through. Yeah, we're gonna do all that first. Make sure the bowl's clean too. A little staining is okay. Just make sure there's no crunchy stuff that can come off and clog the jet later on. Alright, now we're going to go into reassembly. We're going to take the clean needle valve. We're going to pop it right on the float. So rinse just to make sure it's still clean. We're going to work our float down into a needle valve down into this hole like so, and then we're going to push this pin in to the float. So much easier with two hands. Get it in the float. Now I need two hands. Now we're going to line these up to those clips, and we're just going to push them down. You're going to hear them click. There's one side. There's the other side. Should be nice and level with the, you know, the bowl or with the carburetor. Same with the side. Should be nice and level with the carburetor. Now, if you blow into this hole, it shouldn't let any air through. If any is coming through, you got to pull it back apart and rinse it more. There's dirt in there. But when you lift this up, this float up, you lift this float up, it should let air through. Let go of it, it should stop. Alright, so that's fine. This right here goes with the jet facing the orange piece, and you push it in until it clicks as well. Okay, we got something going on here. It's stopping it from going. Hold on. There's a little black piece back in there. See, it's moved. See the butterflies stuck on it? That needs to go back inside so that this can go in and hold it in place. So we're going to take the white piece out again and push that black piece that the butterflies caught on in and in to where the hole lines up, and then we're going to put this white piece in. To give you an idea, I pulled the throttle arm out just so you could see. So that white tip of this goes through that plastic piece to hold it in place. So you just got to make sure it's pushed in there. You'll see through the hole. You'll be able to line it up and push it in. It doesn't always fall out, but sometimes it does. Okay, so this is all ready to go together. So get the bowl back on. It'll only go on one way, or it won't go on both ways. So if it's not fitting one way, flip it. 2 7mm back in. So then putting it on, we're going to go ahead and put the choke arm, which is this guy that goes to the back there, into this hole right here. I have to use both hands for this. Basically, you just push it straight in and then turn it. So that one's done. And then we got to do the throttle arm. I need both hands for that. Basically, I got it straight into there. And then you just turn it this way. Now it's all set up. Oh, see how the white ring, an O-ring, is in the back of that? Sometimes they get stuck on that. You just got to shove the O-ring in, and then the white ring will click on. Sometimes they get stuck there. You can't leave them on like where they were. You gotta pop them off. All right, so then we're gonna push this back in until it's nice and snug up against there. You know, there's a little guide, there's a little clip thingy that'll guide right through there. Get this gas cap out of the way. We're gonna grab our fuel line and we're gonna get it set on to the nipple of the carburetor. And then you're gonna grab this, put it back on like that. All right, now's a good time to put some gas in the tank to make sure that the carburetor isn't leaking. Fill the tank up, just get enough in there to where you can see if it's leaking. What'll happen is gas will start coming out this mouth that the needle valve is leaking. And sometimes you just gotta tap the carburetor a little bit to make it stop leaking. Sometimes the needle valve just needs a little oomph to make it pop back in place, and it'll be fine after that. But these carburetors usually are very, very good. So this one's not leaking. It should have filled up by now. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get this cover here. We're going to this side up. It's got 2 pins here and then the other side. They're gonna line up. It's gonna stab right into place, and it's going to be 2 7mm down in here. You have one right here and one that goes right here. 2 7mm, put them in. 2 8mm, you got one here and one here, pop them in. Right, and then we're gonna put this plug here, or this line here on the back. This is just a California emissions type of deal. It's crankcase ventilation, so any of the unburnt vapors that kind of from the engine getting hot will go back into the air filter and burn off through the engine before going in the atmosphere. No big deal. All right, now we're going to put the recoil back on. Just sets in place. Once you get it lined up, 3 8mm bolts, one here, one here, and then one more here. Let's go ahead and tighten them down. We got a little gas in there, so we're fine there. We're going to put the air filter on. You just blow it out with air. I'll put a new filter in the description below. New carburetor, whatever I can find that you might need. You know, full tune-up kit, whatever. Put that on. First pull, fired right up. Looks like it's going to smoke a little bit. We're going to take it outside and let it run. It may have been on its side or something like that. Alright guys, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I'll put all the parts, the acid, anything you need in the description below. If you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'm more than happy to have you. Peace.